Let's talk for just a minute about the midsegment of a triangle. The definition of midsegment is the segment joining the midpoint of two sides of your triangle. So in my example, I have triangle ABC. D is the midpoint of AC, E is the midpoint of CB, so therefore that DE segment is the midsegment of my triangle. That means two major things for us when we're solving problems. The midsegment is parallel to the third side of the triangle. So in my example, DE is parallel to AB. And then the midsegment is half the length of the third side. So DE is 1/2 of the measure of AB. So let's look at a few examples that this theorem would help us to solve. There are just 3 examples. Number 1 would be if you're just given the midsegment, you know it's the midsegment because it's parallel to the third side. So your example could be as simplified looking as this example, and I would know enough information to know that x is 1/2 of 22. So it's just 11. And that's it for that one. For number 2, if you're given DE is the midsegment of triangle ABC, so they could label a lot more in the picture, we would know that D is the midpoint of AC, and we know that E is the midpoint of CB. And so if you know it's the midpoint means it divides that segment into equal parts. So we could just say x has to also equal 3, and 8 would have to equal y plus 4. So we could quickly get x equals 3, subtract 4, and we get y equals 4. Usually midsegment problems do not require a whole lot of work to figure out what they're asking you for. You just need to simply remember those 2 basic things, that it's parallel to the third side and that it divides each side into equal parts and that it's half the length of the third side, like we're going to need right here. So this is a very typical example. If they give you sort of a picture of a building, you might have a person or a tree standing out here, and they tell you the building is 120 feet, and the tree is exactly halfway the distance between the building and like this point over here. They might label that like angle C. What's the height of the tree? The height of the tree would very simply be half the height of the building, because right where the tree is located would be considered your midsegment. So 120 divided by 2, the height of the tree equals 60, we'll say feet. Yep, that was labeled 60 feet. Okay, so those are 3 simple examples, and we will work